and we can do this one-on-one with you and your coach, like helping you guys do that more in depth. But we really want you to like reach new people, right? So we want you to get new followers. We want you to like have new people seeing your stories. So that's a really big step in that process we talked about last night, is in your daily power hours, your business hours, is adding new friends and connecting with those people and just having conversations. As far as inviting, my first tip for you, like I just said, is to just talk to your close friends and family. I can't share my screen, Carrie. It's like something on my Zoom. It's not working. So it doesn't let me share my screen. It's not you, it's just my Zoom. So I was just going off the PowerPoint. I don't know what you want me to do. So yeah, adding, connecting, inviting, and following up. So if you're talking to your cousin, right, and she goes, oh, like I totally, yeah, this is something I want to do and I'd love to support you, and then she doesn't talk to you for 5 days, you would follow up with her. You know, it's just like following up if you worked at an office and you were calling people to follow up, like, hey, did you get our email or whatever? So that's what we talked about last night, just to kind of catch you guys up.
Do you want me to share my screen, guy?
Oh, whoops. So it's something with my Google Chrome. Like I'm using Google Chrome because Safari doesn't work and it's not letting me share a screen on Google Chrome.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Okay. I just didn't know if you were going to stay on. That's why. That's cool though. Okay, I'll keep going. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think I was on the next one or whatever. It's pretty same thing. So we're going to talk about invites and follow-up. So that's pretty much what we want you guys to focus on, is that part of like talking to your friends and family, right? I'm going to keep repeating myself. Talk to your close circle. And if you don't have a close circle, like go through your phone contacts, go through all those things. Like we talked about it last night, kind of how to find people. And girls were sharing in the chat, like that are already coaches, how we find new people. It's basically how we found you guys, like maybe on a fitness brand page or clothing or a boutique, or maybe we know you like personally. So just, you know, working with what you have and sending out invites to be like, hey, I'm starting Fire and Flow. It looked like everybody in the chat, like 17 people are doing Fire and Flow. Nobody put no. So hopefully, you know, you're doing that. And I recommend like, you know, doing something from now until the 24th, you have like 5 days, do body workouts, right? And just kind of experience what we have in the library and kind of start talking about it on your stories. I know Carrie gave that assignment yesterday. We had girls talk on their stories yesterday and today. We had some that didn't. Maybe you're a little intimidated, but if you need ideas like what to talk about, how to talk about it, ask your coach. You know, we've been in this business. We talk on our stories every day and we can give you guys, you know, opinions and help and just advice. So this 5-step invite process, we've got inviting is number 1. So just sending that initial message. Okay. So an invite is an initial message to somebody watching you, because somebody watching you, they're already in your circle. Like if somebody's watching your story or liking your coming out post or liking something in your storefront, if you owned a clothing store and somebody came in and needed help, you wouldn't just ignore them, right? Like you're going to go up to them and ask if they need help, or if they want to try anything on, let me know. I'm here to help you. Not hover over you, right? Like, let me know if you need help. So you're sending that initial message to invite someone like, hey, Sydney, I see you watching my stuff. I saw you liked my, you know, transformation post. I'm feeling so freaking awesome. I'm actually starting a brand new program on May 24th. And I'd love to give you some more information if you know, if you want some, like if you're trying to figure out a good sustainable health and fitness routine, or if you want to start a fresh fitness journey. Because there's people out there that, you know, maybe they want to start a journey. They're really hesitant to reach out to someone for help, or they don't know where to start. So you're really their building block. Like you're their savior coming in to like try to help them. And a lot of people won't, like, you can't sit there and wait for people to reach out because they're scared. Like people are scared to reach out. So the next step is goals. So you're going to talk to people like, okay, Sydney, you want more information? Cool. Like, I'd love to, go over more information, but first I want to know more about you. Like, I want to know, what goals do you have? Like, what goals do you want to crush right now? So asking anything about the person so that you guys know, maybe Fire and Flow isn't the best program for them. Maybe it's something else, right? Maybe it's like bar blend because they need something literally without weights because they can't lift weights. They have, I don't know, anything wrong with their muscles and bones. Like, you have to know what's going on with somebody to help them and give them a solution. Number 3 is struggles. So asking, do you struggle with nutrition? What do you struggle with? Because I want to give you the best package that we have, the best tools, the best tool belt, total solution to help you with your problems. Which leads me into number 4, a solution, which is our packages, right? So the best thing about being a coach, you guys, is you don't have inventory to ship out to people. Beachbody does it for you. So all you have to do is have conversations and get to the point where you're sending pricing to people because you had a full conversation and they totally trust you. And, maybe you followed up once or twice. And they're like, heck yeah, like this is something I really want to do with you, Anna. And then you were like, okay, here's the price. And it's literally the packages that you probably got signed up with. Like, it's the same thing. But with Fire and Flow, it's a little bit more fun because it's something new coming out next week. And we'll kind of talk about it here soon, but a solution is a package. And that's what we're recommending for you guys to talk about and like really embrace, is using your supplements and really embracing like the full package, because just the workouts, like you guys just aren't using the workouts. You're using the supplements, you're using the community, you're using every piece that we have to see results, right? So we don't want to just sign someone up and just like leave them in the dark with just workouts and not Fire and Flow. Like, they're going to miss out on, the opportunity to kind of do it alongside us. And we want to build that hype for them. So number 5 is share a cart. We kind of talked about that, I think, a few nights ago, just like the website, but share a cart is just how you make the package and you sign someone up. So it's just a tool pretty much that we use to make orders. So if your coach gave you like a link to purchase, let me know when you're done. That's the share a cart. Oh my God, my phone is going off because there's an Amber Alert. Okay. Most common mistakes. So number 1 is let me know if you ever want to. Okay. So when we're talking to people, it's just like when you're a professional car salesperson, like you don't want to say the wrong thing to the wrong person. I mean, it's like, you might say something, but you want to really figure out how to talk to people, which will really help just with your flow, like the flow of being able to talk to people. So number 1 is like, let me know if you ever want to. Okay. So that's like saying pretty much, it's like a close in conversation. There's no way for somebody to like ask you a question or reply to a question that you ask them. So you want to be like, you want to leave that open in an invite to be like, I'm inviting you to this and I want to give you more information. Would you be down to do this with me? ? Like giving them something to respond to. And I totally feel that because I have said, like, let me know if you want to do this. The person, like, if they're not going to want to do it, they're not going to reply to you. Right. But if you have a question, they might be like, oh, no, thanks. But honestly, like, message me next month and you're going to write their name down. Okay. Number 2 is sending price before knowing their story. I actually talked about this today because I just feel like you guys are going to get excited, right? So you're going to get excited. People are going to message you and be like, oh my God, yes, like this is what I need to do. I need help. And then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, okay, so it's $160. And let me just tell you, like, this is the package you're gonna get with Fire and Flow, and you're just gonna word vomit. Okay. And it's true. You'll do that. And it's, you got to learn from your mistakes. It's going to happen. And we want to warn you now, like, you need to know, like, everything that I just said, asking a person questions, knowing their story, right? Like knowing what they need help with, knowing their struggles. Like your job as a coach is to get to know people and build friendships. You're not there to sell them a package. You're not there to be a salesperson, you guys. we literally could care less about selling a package because it's not going to get done if you're not building trust with somebody, right? So don't ever send price if you haven't asked their goals, if you haven't asked their struggles, if you haven't just talked to them as a person, right? Like just talking to them and like trying to figure out what's the best option for them. That's your job as a coach. Number 3 is make it about you / your timeline. So don't make it about you. If your coach says like, she's shouting someone out in the new coach chat for signing someone up and you're like, oh my God, I'm behind. You're not behind. Like people will sense anything that you try to do in a conversation. Don't make it about you where you're just talking about your journey and yourself. You're more interested in the person versus interesting, right? So remember that in the back of your head, like, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to help myself. Like, yes, I'm a coach, but you're there to help somebody. You're not making it about you or hitting your goals or anything like that. So it'll really help you when you make it about the person versus, yourself. Number 4, ending a step with a statement instead of a question. Like I just said, always ask a question. Like if you're sending, what are your goals? ? Okay. The next question, you're not just going to be like, oh my God, I totally feel that. Like I had so much trouble losing weight. And honestly, that's why I started this, that's why I started with the sisterhood and doing these programs, period. Like, what are they're not going to respond. They're going to look at that and just like read it and not reply. And you're going to be like, why didn't they reply to me? So next question, you're going to add the next question. After pricing, you're going to be like, here's the price. What package is best for you? ? Do you have any questions? ? Like you're trying to get them to come back to you and answer your questions. Number 5, taking no response as a no. This doesn't mean no forever. Like you have to follow up with people. Okay. So you got to follow up. And that's what we were chatting about earlier. Number 6, that's taking a no as no forever. Kind of the same thing. But like if someone says no, thanks, I'm not really into that type of thing, or no, thanks, I have my own routine going on. Okay. Like totally fine. I'm still going to support you. Let me know if you ever need any help. I'm always here for you. And then invite them in 2 months down the road. Like, hey, just wanted to follow back up. I know you said no to me, but this is what I do. I love what I do. And I love sharing what works for me. So just letting you know, like, you're invited this time again. Number 7, not talking to people in between invites. So my biggest tip with this, a lot of people don't use Instagram stories, but if you ever invite someone, like just say some random girl on Instagram that liked your post, and, she didn't respond to your last message, but she has a story up, you would simply go, if you're trying to follow up with her, go reply to the story and be like, oh my God, I love your dress. Just like building those friendships. I love replying to people's stuff and just like hyping them up or asking them where they got something. Like it's not all about the conversation. It's not all about, hey, did you get my last message? Hey, did you get, like, that's so effing annoying, you guys. It gets to be so annoying. And I totally feel that. Because I have people in my inbox now that are like, hey, do you want to join me? Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, did you want to grab that pre-order thing? Hey. And it's like, you haven't even built like a relationship with me. You don't even ask me like how I'm doing, or, like if someone's pregnant, how's your pregnancy going? Like you're literally just trying to make money. So people sense that. They want you to talk to them. Number 8, not following up with each new launch. We do have lots of new launches all year. Right now is Fire and Flow. Next month, like end of next month, we're going to be focused on Lift More. So there's always a new program coming out, and there's always things that you can invite people to. So just know, like, I told my girl Sydney today, get a coach notebook. Like, please go get a coach notebook. It'll really help you. And, it will be super beneficial to be able to follow up with people. And then number 9, fear, ghosting the person you invited. Not knowing what to say, ghosting them, just having that hesitation or fear. Simply screenshot, send it to your coach, ask for help. Like I walked Sydney through a whole conversation, start to finish, with a girl on Facebook. You're not going to know what to say. It's going to be weird. Like you're literally getting used to something new. You don't have to be an expert and you don't have to be perfect. So, don't ghost the person you invited. Okay. 5-step invite process. So I want you guys to grab out your phone or something. I'm going to put it in the chat too, but I want you to grab your phone out if you can, like a notes app. And you don't have to write this down like physically because F that, but I'll share it after this call if you can. Get it in your phone. Okay, so just take a picture of this screen. We'll share some more tips next week because I want you guys to like get caught up and stuff, not give you more tasks. But next week I have like really good tips, just like I'm very tech savvy with like apps and just things that make your life a lot freaking easier that you probably didn't know existed. So I'll share those next week, but this is a simple invite. Okay. So I'm just going to put it out there. I'm a very blunt person. This is not an invite I would use. Maybe as a new coach, yes, but if you see an invite and we're sharing something like, hey, invite someone with this fire and flow sample, here's some wording. If that's not you, don't send it. Voice message it out, like voice text it and then see what it looks like. Like, don't send these messages if they don't sound like you. I want you to personalize them and like say it into your phone, reading it, saying it into your phone as you would say it. Like, I want it to be a Laura invite. I want it to be an Anna invite. I want it to be a Rose invite. I don't want any of us using the same invites. The same concept is fine, but if it doesn't sound like you, like, hey, if you wouldn't say like, hey, or hey, boo, or whatever, like change the wording. It doesn't have to be what it looks like. It could be anything that you want it to sound like. So that's where the non-salesy part comes in. If you don't say, hey, boo, don't type that. Like, please don't type that. Like, say their name or say something else or make it sound like you, because you're going to feel icky. Like, that's when people, are like, oh my God, I don't want to coach anymore. I feel icky. I feel salesy. Like, I'm copying and pasting messages. Don't do that. Like, make it your own, but follow the steps that I gave you, right? Invite, goals, struggle, solution, share a cart. Like, all you have to do is follow those 5 steps and make your own messages and ask questions. So these are just things you can look at and base your messages off of. And that's just what I want to throw out there. If you want to use these, that's on you. That's your business. Number 1 is an invite. Hey, Heather, I'm not sure if you saw, but I'm putting on a virtual spring boot camp for peeps who wanted some extra fitness, nutrition, and mindset / habit accountability this season. Can I send you deets ? So that right there, me reading it, that is not me, but that is a really good base invite for someone that's just like, oh, so they have something going on for accountability, mindset, habits, fitness, and nutrition. 5 things I need in my life. Yes, send me details, right? So it's very like to the point. Number 2, goals. So this is if someone's like, hey, yeah, like send me the info, or you might get messages like, hey, yeah, but is this like an intense group? Or like, hey, yeah, do you have to be at any certain level of fitness? Like, you're going to get questions. People will ask you questions. The next step is goals. Okay, great. So here are some deets. I'm sorry, guys, I have really bad heartburn right now, and I got to take a minute. Here are some deets. If you have a busy schedule, this challenge is going to be perfect. Most workouts are only 20 to 30 minutes, but the trainers make sure that we're getting the same results as if we were doing like a 45-minute to an hour workout in the gym, right? There's no restricted diet plans, but there's a ton of nutrition help and training for those who need to make nutrition changes. I would love to hear what goals you're wanting to focus on this spring ? Now that can be a little iffy, that question right there. You could say something as like, do you have any current health and fitness goals you are trying to crush ? What type of workouts, if any, have you done in the past ? Okay. Or you could be like, are you brand new to starting a fitness journey? Like, you can switch up those questions. But that message right there just gives them a little brief rundown of what you're focusing on and giving them options. Like, we have 20 to 30 minute workouts and tons of options, right? So with fire and flow, you could literally just reword a few things, and you don't really have to say like, here's the deets, I'm doing fire and flow. Like, no, use a message like this, because not everybody's going to be able to do fire and flow. Okay. So it doesn't have to be based on fire and flow unless you're like inviting to the sample workout. Oh, thank you. Number 3, struggles. Respond to goals. Make sure you know what this person is struggling with and why it matters to them. So if somebody gives you an answer like, I'm just trying to lose weight. Okay. Well, that's a little short of a message, but we'll go from there. you're going to get messages that say literally like lose weight or tone up or get confident. Like they're not going to go in depth. You're going to really have to like make them talk, or you're going to get people that send you a whole paragraph and they're going to be like, Anna, I'm just going to be so honest right now. Like I have so much going on in life. I'm a mom. I'm busy. Like I need to lose weight. I can't prioritize myself. I need something to help me. I just can't start. Like you're going to get these long ass messages and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, what am I going to say to that? I don't know. You're going to start just sentence by sentence. Anna, I'm a mom. Okay. You know, she's a mom and she's really busy and she has kids, and a lot of moms, no hate, use their kids as excuses. So, you know, right there. Okay. I'm just being honest. Like I have so many moms that won't sign up, and it took me months to get them to sign up and join me because they use their kids as excuses or busy life. And then they finally realized, oh, I can get a workout done 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week. Like, holy shit, I can see results. Wow. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm here to help you do. So just kind of going, you know, piece by piece. She's a mom, she's busy, and just kind of relating back. Like, if you're not a mom, be like, you know, be honest. Like, girl, my life is busy too. I totally feel you. I'm not a mom yet, but I can't even imagine. Like, just relating back to her, not being like, are you kidding me? Like, you're busy. I'm busy too. Like, you can't just be defensive about it. You have to like relate back to the person. So just kind of going through that message and, you know, getting her background and just figuring things out that way. And then you're going to go on to struggles. Okay. With struggles, all you're going to do is really just like, have you ever done a challenge like this before? You know, tell me a little more about your nutrition right now. I always say, like, give me a day in the life rundown of what you're eating. Like, I want to know what you're eating. Do you struggle with eating too much fast food? Do you struggle with drinking soda? Because a lot of the people that aren't on fitness journeys and they really struggle and need to lose weight, they drink a lot of soda. They don't eat healthy. They eat a lot of fast food and they rely on easy options. Just from like my background, right? And people I talk to. So just asking, like, do you struggle with nutrition, eating healthy? Like, is that something that you want to do? And then what's the hardest part for you? Like, what can I best help you with? What would be like a dream perfect plan that I could set you up with and really support you on your journey? So just asking them like questions relating back to them being busy or, you know, whatever they said to you. So it's just being a person. Like you're literally just being a person and a human being talking to them. Oh, Carrie left. I didn't see her on here. Number 4, solution. So these are the packages we have for Fire and Flow, and usually every program, except there's just a few like gut health protocol that only had Shakeology. So there's just a few like you might have to change in the future, but we always share the messages so you guys can just like redo your message. But this is a base, you know, pricing option. And then I'm going to give you guys a pop quiz. So we have 3 options of packages. We have a Shakeology base pack, and it kind of, you know, we put in there, it's a shake for gut health with superfoods, pre and probiotics and digestive enzymes. Very, very simple. And I honestly talk about that. So there's a few things not in here because we're keeping it simple. But if you want to go more in depth, like asking, have you ever used supplements before? Like if they are kind of doing workouts, like have you ever used pre-workout or shakes or protein? Like just asking them a question. Most of my people are like, I've used ISO protein and it literally hurt my stomach. And I'm like, okay, I have the perfect thing for you, Shakeology. Like it literally saves me every day. Is that a shake you think you would drink? Or is that something you think you'd drink? Also, my Mama Mojo juice or whatever the fuck you want to call it, your guys. That I'm also going to get you set up with that damn liquid gold because you're going to love it. Like just really being a person, just like throwing messages in and just typing things up and hyping these people up to like, oh my God, they're excited about Shakeology. Like, cause you hyped it up. They're excited about Energize. They're excited about this whole conversation. They're excited to get started. So these are the 3 packs, Shakeology, Performance Line, and Go and Glow. You'll have a lot of people start with Shakeology or Go and Glow. I don't have a lot of people do the performance stack anymore, but whatever is your favorite, tell them and be like, my favorite. And I got started with the Go and Glow. I love my pre-workout. I do the lemon flavor. I love my hydrate for, you know, sunny days. And I love collagen to add into like a smoothie or coffee or whatever, or my pre-workout for hair, skin, and nails. So just kind of explaining, like, if you don't use collagen, don't talk about it. Like, don't recommend that package. Maybe you've tried Shakeology. Maybe that works better for you. All the packs include BOD for a year. So if you guys didn't know that, hopefully you do on this call. BOD for a year, our crew, like our support system, our group chat, everybody's different. My team versus Carrie's team is totally different. So if you're on Carrie's team, they may not have a group chat. We have a group chat where we throw literally every person in there. They have access to that group chat. If they don't want to be in it, that's fine. We also have a Facebook group. We have a BOD group. We have multiple forms of accountability. And we also, it comes with their month of supplements. So you can also add in there, like, me as your coach. I'm going to not text you. I'm going to check in with you, So type in the chat, what did I forget in this message? Is there something I'm forgetting at the end that I told you guys to add? I'll give you a second. Anybody? Anybody? Remember what I said to ask questions, right? So ending this with a question. What pack sounds best for you right now, right? Question mark. So adding that into that message. So instead of just like sitting that pricing and then like, they're like, okay, they might pick a package, they might not, but if they feel obligated to ask a question, asking that question, adding it at the end. Does that make sense? That question at the end, like, what pack sounds best for you? Question mark. Do you have any questions for me? Because I know like this can be overwhelming, like just like reassuring them. So goals was a good one, Anna, but the question and the message. Okay, next slide. Does that make sense to you guys? Like so far, the 4 steps is pretty simple. Number 5 is share a cart. I don't send a message like this. It's a good message. You can take a picture of it, but as far as share a cart, we'll help you, we'll help you make the share cart. But first, like if they pick a package and they're like, I want to do the Go and Glow, okay? Or I want to do the Shakeology package. That sounds best for me. Okay, great. So all I need from you to get started is how soon you can get your package, because some people will say that and then they can't sign up for like 4 months, or they might want to sign up tonight, or they might say they're signing up tomorrow and never sign up. So just asking like, when do you want to get started? I need your email and the flavors of Shakeology and Energize you want. Because like if they do a Shakeology package, you guys, they can add on Energize too. It doesn't have to be like Shakeology, Go and Glow, or Performance Stack. They can add things on. It doesn't have to be, it has to be one of those base packs, but you could literally say like, hey, I added on pre-workout for checkout. If you don't want it, just remove it. Like, something like that. So you can type this out. Like I recommend one of the combo boxes, or for Energize, like Fruit Punch is my favorite. These are a little bit older, I know, because they don't have mixed berry on here, but I send a graphic of all the flavors so they can go through and look and pick their flavor. And then, so recap, I need your order date, your email, your shake flavor, and Energize flavor. So very, very simple. As far as the share cart, once you are ready to sign your first person up or your second person, and you need a little bit of help, please reach out to your coach and we will help you use share cart. We will help you get them enrolled. I do want to preach right now, since a lot of you are doing Fire and Flow next week, like how we're talking about, we're having 2 rounds next week. Only preferred customers and coaches can buy Fire and Flow. So our goal for you is, if you have anybody that wants to join you for Fire and Flow, we want you to get them started May 24th on Tuesday, right? So sending them a sample workout, talking to them, giving them pricing, asking us for help, getting them in the info group. We have an info group too. And getting them started May 24th as a preferred customer. They're going to not only save money, maybe you were a preferred customer before you became a coach. It literally is what a coach is minus coaching. They get the discount. They get literally like so many benefits, early access to programs. Like who wants to wait till June 7th, right? Like my eyelashes just like blew off because I laughed. But literally like May 24th on Tuesday, we want you to get people started as preferred customers. So you'll kind of see that in Share a Cart will help you out with all of that stuff. So if you have somebody interested in Fire and Flow, they cannot sign up till May 24th, till the packages go live. If they don't want to be a preferred customer, they have to wait till June 7th. My best advice for you is to just get them started now and ask your coach what I should get them, what should I get them started with? That way they're not waiting, 20 days to do workouts and then they're not interested anymore. So there's always a way to make it work, but the share cart, it might be a little confusing, but we'll help you with that. Okay. Follow-ups. So follow-ups might seem annoying to do, or just like, why do I have to send another message to people? It's not salesy. Like most of my people, if I didn't follow up with them, they wouldn't have signed up with me. Mom life gets busy. They don't see the messages. They forget to respond. People are really thankful for you following up with them. Most of the time, they're really, really thankful for it. If people say no to you the first couple of times you bring it up, you don't suck. It's just how it works. That's why we re-invite people all the time. Like talking to people, say the same people all the time because they never signed up. If you don't follow up, someone else will. Just know, like, if you have a conversation with your cousin and she doesn't sign up yet, but you never follow up with her and you never talk to her about it again, another Beachbody coach will swoop in and get her. So just letting you know, like, I've had best friends because I just left them in the dark and I never, followed up with them, or people on social media, they're thriving with another coach. Like that could have been me, right? I could have helped them, but I didn't follow up. I was scared. Building a follow-up list will help you. So that notebook I told you guys to get, just like a basic notebook, decorate it, whatever you want to do, coach notebook. I really recommend. Sales statistics, just this graphic, like 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of them make more than 3 contacts. 2% made on the sale is made on the first contact. 5% it's made on the third. 10% it's made on the fourth, and 80% it's made on the 5th to 12th. So that's very, very true. That bottom one, you might have to follow up with someone and re-invite them every month. And it might take you a year and they will finally be like, I'm fucking ready. So it's true. It really sucks, but that's just what we do as coaching. Okay, just screenshot these follow-up examples. I'm not really going to read all of them, but like follow-up 1 is just like, hey, I hope you're having a good week. I wanted to check in and see how things are going. It sounded like you were ready to make a change. I'd love to help you out. Are you ready to get started? Number 2, hey, how have you been? I know starting is scary, but not starting is even scarier. I'd love to have you in one of my groups. So I hope to hear from you soon. So it's like following up those next four times. And these are just the messages you can use, because you're literally going to be like, how are you doing? Hey, I'm still here. Hey, 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 I'm here. And people are going to be thankful for it. So definitely take a picture of these follow-ups. So there's 3 ways to sign someone up: customer, preferred customer, or coach. So the other part of this call was to help 2 people. Okay. We want you to help 2 people at least. Okay. We want you to help 3, but we want you to help 2 people get started as preferred customers. And that's with Fire and Flow or a different package that will make you your first rank called Emerald. That's all I'm going to talk about. We're going to do an Emerald call next week. And go really in depth on how you can hit Emerald. I've already had questions about it from some of my girls. If you are really wanting this business and you want to make money and you want to grow, Emerald is the goal. So it's your first goal. And I really want you guys to come to that call next week when we run it. But all I want you to know, like going off this call, is the 5-step invite process. And we'll kind of nutshell it in the group chat. And signing literally 2 people up with preferred customer, mom and aunt, mom and cousin, cousin and cousin, like 2 close friends or family members, or in your close circle, or 2 people on social media that you've been talking to. Preferred customer, there's nothing extra they're paying for until month 2. Talk to your coach about it. It's literally so simple. And you will be Emerald and you'll be shouted out for that. And we can talk next steps for what that means. So how do you decide, how to sign them up? Well, if somebody doesn't come to you like, hey, I want to be a coach, bros, like I want to coach and I want to help people and I want to do what you're doing, you're not signing them up as a coach, right? Like you're going to put them in the Coach for a Week challenge that we had. Okay. So all these tools you're seeing, you get to use for your own people. So Coach for a Week challenge, if they're interested. If you're talking to someone and you can kind of sense, I don't know, I feel like that's different for everybody. If somebody's like super committed to this journey, and I always give options like, hey, there's 2 ways to sign up. You could be a customer or a preferred customer. Here's what the difference is. It's $15.95 a month for preferred customer. You're going to get 25% off your supplements and early access to new programs. If you're committed to this journey at least 60 to 90 days, I recommend preferred customer. They might go, they might not ever buy anything else. They might not ever buy Energize again, whatever, but at least you offered, and maybe they got started as a preferred customer. Now, customer, they don't get any discounts. They don't pay a monthly fee. They don't get early access to anything. It's literally signing up as a customer, paying that one package price. And then if they want monthly supplements, they can keep that charge. So if you're also sitting here worried, like, do my people have to pay monthly as preferred customer, $15.95? And that's really about all they're tied to is the $15.95. And then as a customer, just the package price. And I always preach to stay on supplements or try something new, which is why preferred customer is, beneficial, but you can always get them started with that later too. So just knowing these 3 options: customer, preferred customer, or coach. But your goal is to really like personalize this 5-step invite process for yourself, just so you can have it on your phone. So you feel more confident in your conversations. And I want you to help 2 people get started as preferred customers. So